This is a quick overview of a project I did integrating Ohm with the new browser feature called CSS.highlights that allows you to do performant web native syntax highlighting on the web. If I inspect this element over here, you can see it's a pre-tag with just text inside, but it has syntax highlighting. And if I edit this, it updates the syntax highlighting. So what I did was to take the grammar, the Ohm grammar from the book WebAssembly from the Ground Up, from one of the latest chapters. This code is open source on the web. And I took the semantic operations for parsing to WebAssembly, remove all the implementation. And instead, I replaced it with code to walk the tree and emit and collect ranges of relevant things I want to highlight. And then I wrote a simple CSS file that defines rules for those ranges of those types. And with that, I can parse code for my programming language and generate the syntax highlighting rules for it on the web. You can either do it live, like I'm doing here, and shipping the parser to the browser and parsing the code as I change it and regenerating the rules and transforming them to CSS highlight operations. But you can also, if you are like statically compiling a website or a blog post, you can avoid shipping the compiler and most of the code to the front end, and you just serialize to JSON this data structure that says for each type the ranges, and you just ship the function that transforms this JSON data structure into CSS highlight objects, and that's all you need to do. If you want to see how it works, you can go to this GitHub repo over here, and here are pointers to MDN documentation and the relevant parts of the code, and how you can use it in your own languages. Half of the code is code you can reuse, and the other half is a pattern, because for your own language you have to write your own grammar and your own semantic operations, but it's not that complicated. And yeah, you can either have an interactive parser, Ohm parser in live, or you can just ship the JSON and the function that does the transformation, which is pretty simple. And if I go somewhere over here, it's this. This is the code to transform the JSON data structure. No, actually, this is the function to transform the JSON data structure into CSS highlights. This parses the code. So this is the one that uses a parser. So if you have any questions, you can open an issue in this repo and I will try to help you.